I sensed trouble the moment I caught that sly grin on her face. Not her usual warm smile, the one that won my heart. This one was cunning, like she held a secret I wasn't privy to. After dinner, she left her phone on the counter, screen lit, unlocked. A glance, maybe instinct, maybe habit, revealed a text from her friend Dana. He didn't even blink. LOL. Try harder tomorrow. I stayed calm. They were disappointed. My wife, Emma, and her recently divorced friends had concocted a test, their term, a fake affair prank to spark jealousy, to make me chase her again. They thought love needed drama, that our marriage was their stage, and they were pulling the strings. What they didn't get was this: I don't play roles. I watch, I learn, and when the moment calls, I act. 7 years married. Our bond was steady, quiet, no theatrics, built on loyalty and trust. Or so I believed. I stood by her through the worst, her father's death, where I handled everything from the funeral to the bills, her job loss, where I carried us for 18 months without a word of complaint. When Dana's husband cheated, Emma wept harder than Dana. They grew tighter, and I became a shadow in her life. She called me too predictable, implied I lacked passion because I didn't yell or storm out. But I feel deeply, I just don't broadcast it. They mistook my calm for indifference. So, they scripted chaos. It started subtly, late-night calls, a locked phone, giggles at texts she brushed off as Dana being silly. Then, a whiff of men's cologne on her shirt. Another time, she said a coworker drove her home, but no ride-share receipt existed. It wasn't clever. It was a performance, and I was the audience. But they didn't know I don't react on cue. I plan. I got a burner phone and installed tracking software, legally questionable, morally justified to me. Every text, deleted chat, and voice note came to me. They had a group chat, Emma, Dana, and 2 other divorcees, all bitter, calling themselves queens seizing control. Their plan, Operation Spark Him, aimed to jolt me into fighting for her with jealousy. They wanted a show. I gave them frost. I played along, took her to dinner, bought roses, let her think her ploy was working. Behind the scenes, I consulted a divorce lawyer specializing in high-stakes cases and digital evidence. Our finances were tangled, but I unraveled them quietly, shifted investments to my name, moved half our cash to a trust under my brother's name, paid off joint credit cards, and closed them, leaving Hayes active for the sting. 3 weeks in, they escalated. Emma accidentally left her phone open again. Blurry photos of her with some guy, staged, maybe hired, captioned, "He bought me coffee," called me stunning. Haven't heard that in ages. They wanted me to crack. Instead, I said, "You are stunning. Nice to know someone else sees it." She froze. That wasn't in their script. The next day, I filed for divorce, timing it for her birthday. I took her to her favorite rooftop restaurant. She glowed, thinking her game had reeled me in. Mid-dessert, I slid an envelope across the table. She laughed. "A love note," she teased. I smiled. "In a way." She opened it, saw divorce in bold, with printed group chat logs stapled behind, her signature on their cruel game. Her hands shook as she scanned my face for weakness. "I didn't mean it," she stammered. "You meant to manipulate me," I said evenly. "You let them turn our marriage into a circus. The show's over." She pleaded it was Dana's idea, meant to make me fight for her, to wake me up. I looked at her, saw the regret, but beneath it, the truth. She'd bet our life on friends who'd lost theirs. Dana's plan. I said, "Let her marry you then." I walked out. The fallout was swift. Dana texted, trying to guilt me, saying I proved their point by leaving. I sent a screenshot of the trust transfer and one line, "You played games." I made moves. Then I blocked her. Emma came crying, swearing it was a prank, that she loved me. But love that needs schemes isn't love. It's control. And I don't wear a collar. She didn't see the consequences coming, just like her friends didn't see their own losses. They thought noise was power. Real power is quiet, surgical, unseen. The divorce wrapped in 4 months. I kept the house. She got a lease and a lesson. Friends who mattered sided with me after seeing the chats. The rest, I left with her. Do I miss her? No. I miss who I thought she was. That woman vanished when she let others script our story. This isn't vengeance born of spite. It's closure born of truth. Let them call me heartless. Let them say I went too far. I'd rather walk alone in silence than sleep beside someone who plots with friends who scorn trust. I didn't shout. I didn't rage. I ended the act.